Alrighty people, welcome to Khepri's the Fool. We're here playing some Warframe. We're doing a whole new playthrough. Starting off with some, the tutorial. So right here, is the character selection screen where you first get to, to pick your first character. For those of you who don't know, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you got Mag, Bolt, Excalibur. During this playthrough, I'm probably gonna lean more towards Excalibur just because when it comes to like farming the pieces, he's actually the one that takes the longest. So that's who I'm going with personally. Mag is really easy to farm her, and you get Volt from the dojo. So I'm ignoring those two, but you pick whoever you want. I'm going Excal. Right here it's just kind of me playing through the first mission. Yeah, I'm just kind of having fun using some of the abilities. I haven't played the tutorial in like a decade. It's been a long time since I played this. They've changed a lot. I highly recommend you guys give it a try because walk up to the cutscenes and stuff like that. I'm not gonna play all the cutscenes here. I'm skipping all that so I don't ruin it for you new people. But I'm telling you right now, there is so much in the cutscene that like little Easter eggs, especially if you already played the game. Right here, you get to pick your first weapon. I'm gonna go with the sword just because sword cool. I know back in the day the bow staff used to be the optimal. It's not anymore. It doesn't really matter. I'm going with the sword. I think the sword's cool. Sword's always nice. Doesn't really matter. You'll get both at the end of the day. You'll be able to get both and use both of them. But I'm picking up the sword as my first. As you can see, I'm just kind of zooming through all this. If you just follow the directions, don't do necessarily what I did, where I'm just yeah, I'm just gonna ignore half the thing because I already know what I'm doing. But yeah, you also want to pretty much hit every box and try to get as much loot as you can while just kind of running around. Right here, I'm picking up some, just planetary material. Highly recommend, if you see glowing boxes, especially in the early game, just hit them, get some extra loot. Yeah, I could have assassinated that guy. I don't know why I didn't. So yeah, that's just me being me. It's not really thinking too much at the sometimes, but if you see right here, I'm gonna go up behind this guy and just give him a little 1-2. Look at that, yum yum. Right here you get to pick your melee, your secondary. I went with the kunai. I know the pistol's pretty good, but I think the kunai is actually better in a way. But I don't know. They're both pretty pretty decent weapons. They're nothing amazing to start off with, but there's something. But like I said, I'm going with the kunais because throwing little knives is always fun and ninja. Well, yeah, like I said, the early game is all about what you want to feel. There's really no optimal way to play the beginning anymore. There used to be. Like I said, when I played, the optimal was bow staff, kunais, and then the assault rifle. I did not go optimal at all for this in a sense. I went with what looked fun. I wanted to have fun, and that's at the end of the day, that is what's most important about Warframe is having fun. So pick whatever looks fun to you, and go with that. Like I said, I am just kind of zooming. Take your time when you're going through this. The tutorial, you're going to be playing alone. It's just going to teach you some of the ground rules. And it's, like I said, it's a lot better than what it was. Don't do what I did and fall into the water. You did not see anything. This veteran player totally did not just botch that, okay? But yeah. Like I said, this game in general is honestly just a lot of fun. The movement's so much fun. I plan to, go through a lot of different things. I'm just doing a voiceover because I kind of messed with the recording, so I'm gonna be honest with that one. But once I get everything set the way I want it to, I'm gonna make sure I do it just straight up playthroughs. I'll do very minimal editing. You'll just see exactly what I'm doing. I'll probably edit out certain things that kind of aren't necessary. Here's the pseudo boss fight with Moore. Moore is kind of just kind of a noob. I'm just beating him with a broken stick type of deal. I'm just hitting him. You can force, but like I said, I'm playing Excel. He has different abilities. I think Volt starts off with shooting out lightning, and Mag starts with a pull, which is just you pull people. Both very very useful. Like I said, very good Warframes. Pick whatever one you think looks fun. Like I said, I'm going with Excel because optimally he's just the best because his farm sucks. I'm just saying that now. It actually sucks. Then on top of that, he doesn't have you can't unlock the better variation of him. So he's just one of the ones he's just gonna be good. Like you can put everything into him now, and you can use him all the way up to the end game. So I'm like, yeah, I'm picking him because there's no better version of him. This is like the best version of him that you can really get. And yeah, he's just a really strong character. So as you can see, I was trying to kill a wild animal. Yeah, don't do what I do, it's a waste of time. Right here, yeah, I went past picking up a weapon. Silly me. Yeah, so I picked the bow, but like I said, you know, there's an assault rifle. Assault rifle is actually really good for like the early game as well. I just picked the bow because I'm going full, like, I want to be stealthy. I'm not going to be a ninja. Ninjas don't use guns. Woo. Like I said, you don't have to have that mentality at all. Pick whatever one you think looks fun, and you're gonna, you know, enjoy the most. Like I said, I just picked the stuff that I'm like, yeah, I want to give myself a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a, you know, handicap for the early game. Going pure silent and kind of slow, methodical type of stuff. But yeah, that's just kind of what I decided to do. Like I said, you don't have to do like half of what I did. But you know, it's all about fun. It's really how this game is. Like, if you are not having fun playing this game, you're playing it wrong at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what weapon you use, doesn't matter what Warframe you use. Well, it does in like certain end game like stuff. Like if you're going into like a spy mission, yeah, you gotta be a little bit smart in what you pick. You can't just pick any Warframe and then hit all the things in a failed mission. You'll piss people off. Because even as a veteran player, I'll play in the end game. And there'll be people who suck, like, they'll just ruin everything, and you're sitting there, like, rolling your eyes, like, dude, like, I was doing this. Well, that's just people not really understanding how you know, the Warframe is supposed to be played. But yeah, I definitely say I feel like the tutorial actually got a little bit longer. As you can see, I am whiffing my shots here with the bow. This is why the bow is a little bit harder than the assault rifle, because you gotta actually know what you're doing, and I haven't used the bow in like forever, and clearly not as good as I used to be. AKA, I'm actually pretty bad at, you know, doing it because they got travel time. Oh, I hit someone. Yeah, let's go. Hit somebody on the move, and I was like sitting there, like trying to pick this guy. Like, yes, you know, like I said, you don't take my bow skills as my actual skill. Okay, this is not how I usually play. I admit I do tend to freeze enemies when I play, and I do tend not to use the bow. I am personally a very big secondary guy, and I got myself stuck under the map here. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Like I said, I did a lot of stuff that, you know, I'm like, damn, I look like a goddamn noob. But like I said, it's a really fun game. Right here, I'm trying to get like multi kills because, you know, I'm getting kind of like, look at that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and that's, you know, that's the end of the first mission. Like I said, really fun game. You know, the gameplay is amazing. I highly recommend, you know, you pick and play what you actually enjoy. Don't just go based off of veterans experience. I'm just telling you, hey, this is how you optimally want to do certain things. At the end of the day, I'm not going to tell you, hey, pick this Warframe. Like, no. Like I said, Excalibur is the best because his farm sucks, and he's just someone you can use for a long while. I really wish I could get rid of that chat, but yeah, you kind of can't. It is what it is. But yeah, like I said, this beginning mission, honestly, is just a lot of fun, and it gives you kind of a good rundown of like how things are. You can obviously go into your key bindings, change certain things if you don't like them a certain way. I was trying to mess with my key bindings earlier today, and yeah, no, it was kind of annoying me, so I just kind of said whatever, I'll come back to it later. Well, like I said, this game is honestly a lot of fun. Especially when you take the time to like actually, you know, learn what you're doing. But like right here is the arsenal. That's where like your character customization, weapon upgrades, and stuff like that is. And I'll get more into that in, you know, the later videos. But like I said, this is just a tutorial. So I hope you guys have a good one. I'll catch you on the next one.